Hello, and welcome to Overlooked Headlines. We're the podcast designed to share headlines from America and around the world that have been disregarded or overlooked, but are critical to our lives and well-being. It's our mission to inform with the headlines and then inspire through biblical words, which we call His lines, that once heard and applied will help to strengthen our faith in God as we navigate this journey called life. Now, here's the host of Overlooked Headlines, Jeff Bass.
Half of Gen Z is bringing their parents to job interviews. A new study confirms that a father's role is critical in children's long-term health outcomes, and one simple daily habit of drinking lemon water may help support healthy blood pressure. At first glance, those stories seem unrelated, but they're not, because beneath the surface, they all point to something deeper: formation. How we are shaped, who shapes us, and the small disciplines that quietly shape generations. Some of this may challenge us, some of it may encourage us, but all of it invites us to think a little deeper. I'm Jeff Bass, and this is Overlooked Headlines, where we look beyond reaction and respond with clarity and wisdom. Let's get into it. First headline: half of Gen Z brings parents to job interviews. A recent report reveals that nearly half of Gen Z job applicants have brought a parent with them to a job interview. Now let that sink in. For some, this headline sparks concern. For others, it sparks compassion. But before we criticize an entire generation, let's ask better questions. What does this say about confidence, about preparation, about how young adults are being formed? Is this overparenting? Is it anxiety? Is it economic uncertainty? Or is it something deeper? Because maturity doesn't happen automatically. According to a January survey by Resume Templates, over 50% of college-age job seekers had their parents sit with them at an in-person interview. What's more, over 35% of surveyed individuals reported parents either writing a cover letter or performing a test assignment for them. Julia Toothcare, a career coach and career strategist at the survey group, was asked what she believed caused this trend, and she said, "I think COVID played a larger role in this parental involvement than many people want to admit." She went on to say, "Right now, one of the main factors is the unpredictable market. I think parents are seeing how difficult it's been to get hired and how many entry-level and early career positions are being replaced with AI or simply being limited," she said. The survey polled young adults ages 18 through 23. Parental involvement in this survey was defined as the actions a parent took for their child during the job search. 70% of men said their parents submitted an application for them, compared to 59% of women. Young men also reported a similar trend in parents writing emails and joining multiple in-person interviews. When young adults feel unable to step into interviews alone, that may not just be a generational issue. It may be a formation issue, and that takes us deeper. Before we focus only on the symptom, we should examine the structure behind it. How are young people shaped? Who influences their emotional stability? Who models responsibility, courage, and resilience? Something to think about. That brings us to our second overlooked headline. Study finds father's role critical in children's health. A new study highlights something many researchers have been observing for years. A father's involvement plays a significant role in a child's long-term health outcomes, not just emotionally, but physically. Children with engaged fathers often demonstrate lower stress levels, healthier behavioral patterns, and stronger developmental markers. This is structural because fathers help establish stability. They model discipline, provide security, and identity reinforcement. And when fathers are absent, whether physically or emotionally, the impact is measurable. This isn't about blame. It's about awareness, because formation at home shapes performance in the world. The results of a new study on the role that fathers play in the health of their children has surprised researchers, revealing that the amount of attentiveness that a father pays to his infant affects the child's future heart and metabolic health, while finding no such correlation with moms. The study reinforces a massive body of evidence pointing to how critical both a father and a mother are to the healthy development of their children. Also, the researchers found that fathers who were less attentive to their 10-month-olds were likely to have trouble co-parenting, instead withdrawing or competing with mothers for the children's attention. And check this out. At age 7, the children of those fathers were more likely to have markers of poor heart or metabolic health, such as inflammation and high blood sugar. Comparatively, the research found that fathers who interacted more sensitively with their babies had better co-parenting outcomes, which lead to their children having better long-term health. The research adds another layer of social science data clearly showing that both a mom and a dad play vital roles in healthy outcomes for their children. For decades, study after study has shown that children who are raised by their married biological parents live longer, healthier lives, both physically and psychologically. They do better in school, are more likely to graduate from high school and attend college, are less likely to live in poverty, are less likely to be in trouble with the law, are less likely to drink or do drugs, are less likely to be violent or sexually active, are less likely to be victims of sexual or physical violence, are more likely to have a successful marriage when they are older, and the list goes on and on. Even though we're living in a time in which the larger culture says it doesn't matter, we know that by God's design, it does matter. And now we know in terms of the evidence that's right before us that it really does matter. The presence of a father is so vital in the lives of our children. Wow. This is a good place to stop and thank all of you for your support of Overlooked Headlines. Stay connected with us. Like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Follow us on Instagram, leave your comments, and share. By the way, check out our Patreon. Stay where you are. I've got more Overlooked Headlines.
Still to come, our top headline. And don't miss his lines, right here on Overlooked Headlines.
When we connect our first two headlines, we begin to see something important. Confidence in adulthood is often rooted in stability during childhood, but formation doesn't stop at relationships. It also shows up in daily habits, which brings us to our third headline, a simple habit that supports healthy blood pressure, lemon water. That's right. According to recent findings, something as simple as drinking lemon water may support healthy blood pressure levels. Now, that may sound groundbreaking, but it's powerful in its simplicity because we live in a culture that wants transformation without routine. We want strength without structure. We want results without repetition, and of course, health without habits. But the simple truth is that small disciplines practiced consistently produce long-term outcomes. A father's steady presence shapes a child. A young adult's steady exposure to responsibility builds confidence, and a daily habit, that's health habit, strengthens the body. None of it's flashy. All of it is formative, and maybe that's the most overlooked truth of all. While lifestyle changes such as our diet, exercise, and hydration play an important role in blood pressure management, some people turn to simple habits like drinking lemon water for added support. Why? Well, lemons are rich in vitamin C, which boosts the immune system and helps the body fight off infections. They also contain citric acid, which aids in digestion and prevents kidney stones. Additionally, the flavonoids in lemons have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, protecting against chronic diseases and promoting overall health. Thus, lemon water may offer a simple, low-cost way to support overall health and potentially complement heart-healthy lifestyle habits when consumed regularly as part of a balanced routine. Here's what the science suggests about how drinking lemon water regularly may affect blood pressure. Write these down or go back and watch the show. 1, it helps lower blood pressure. Lemon juice contains nutrients that support cardiovascular health, including vitamin C, citric acid, and potassium. These compounds may help blood vessels relax and function more efficiently, which can reduce pressure or artery walls and support healthier blood pressure levels. However, More large-scale human studies are still needed to confirm whether lemon water alone can meaningfully lower blood pressure or serve as a treatment for hypertension. 2, lemon water improves hydration. Drinking lemon water throughout the day may encourage better hydration, especially for people who struggle to drink plain water. 3, it helps reduce water retention. Although it seems counterintuitive, drinking enough water can help reduce bloating and fluid retention. When the body is dehydrated, it tends to hold on to water to protect fluid balance. Lemons are a good source of potassium, a mineral that helps regulate fluid levels and electrolyte balance. Reducing excess fluid retention can lower pressure on blood vessels, which may support healthier blood pressure levels. 4, it supports a healthy weight. Proper hydration is linked to weight management and overall heart health. People who drink enough water are less likely to carry excess body weight, which is a major risk factor for high blood pressure. Drinking water, lemon flavored or not, before meals may help reduce appetite and calorie intake. And finally, lemon water helps reduce dependence on caffeine. Dehydration can contribute to fatigue and low energy, often leading people to rely on caffeine. For individuals sensitive to caffeine or managing high blood pressure, replacing some coffee intake with hot lemon water could help avoid caffeine-related blood pressure spikes while still supporting energy levels. The bottom line is that drinking lemon water regularly may support healthy blood pressure indirectly by improving hydration, supporting vascular health, aiding weight management, and reducing excess caffeine intake. While it isn't a substitute for medical treatment or prescribed medication, lemon water can be a simple, low-risk habit that complements a heart-healthy lifestyle. I've got to get me a glass of water with lemon. Don't move. His lines are coming up.
Hey, if you're enjoying this episode, then we'll think you'll love connecting with us on our social media platforms as well, because we post frequent news bites, tips, and alerts to keep you informed and inspired. Now, let's get back to more overlooked headlines with Jeff Bass.
Now, it's time for His Lines, where we take a closer look at these headlines from a biblical perspective taken from the Bible, God's Word. We're living in a generation long on reaction, but short on responsibility. Quick to respond, quick to repost, and quick to react, but slow to reflect, repent, and accept responsibility. You see, responsibility isn't a restriction, it's refinement. It's the discipline that builds resilience, restores order, and releases reward. And when responsibility retreats, confusion reigns. So, let me give you 3 powerful realities about responsibility. First, responsibility reveals our reality. It reveals our integrity and our intentions. You don't really know a person when the things are relaxed. You know them when things require something of them. Proverbs 20:11 says, even children are known by the way they act, whether their conduct is pure and whether it is right. Responsibility removes excuses. It requires honesty and it demands ownership. And when we refuse responsibility, we reveal immaturity. But when we receive responsibility, we reveal readiness. Second, responsibility reinforces relationships and results. Once responsibility reveals our reality, it begins reinforcing our relationships and results. Responsibility strengthens what it touches. Homes are reinforced when parents remain responsible. Marriages are restored when both partners accept responsibility. Churches are revived when members rise in responsibility. And workplaces are renewed when leaders model responsibilities. 1 Corinthians 14:40 reads, let all things be done decently and in order. We must be responsible for our reactions, resources, routines, and our roles. That brings us to the big payoff. Thirdly, responsibility releases reward. Matthew 25:21 says, well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Notice that responsibility attracts reward. Promotion is not random. It's the result of repeated responsibility. God doesn't release greater influence to reckless people. He releases it to responsible ones. So, remain faithful in routine tasks, resist the urge to resent small beginnings, recommit when recognition is absent, and refuse to retreat when responsibility feels heavy. Why? Because responsibility is the runway for reward. In a culture running from responsibility, we must return to it. That's his lines. For Overlooked Headlines, I'm Jeff Bass. Be blessed, and I'll see you next week. And remember to stay informed, stay aware, and as always, stay overlooked.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've been informed and inspired. Like us, tell a friend, and connect with us via Facebook, YouTube, or email us at neveroverlooked@gmail.com. That's neveroverlooked@gmail.com. Check us out next time on Overlooked Headlines with Jeff Bass.